Welcome to the Slick and Grim Show, and today we are going to go over animated dads. And with me, I have
Blind Eye Builds.
Blind Eye Builds, and he's a dad. He came up with the idea, so we're going to go over 20 animated dads. Okay, we got guys from Adult Swim, we got guys from Disney, we got guys from Nickelodeon or DreamWorks. So we got a good range of animated dads, and we're gonna rate them on how good they are. From Father of the Year, Good Dad, Average, Bad Dad, and Deadbeat. Okay? So make sure you hit subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and if you have a phone, try to hype the video up by swiping over the comments, and then it should be right there. So let's get into it. Number 1, Hank Hill. What are we thinking about Hank Hill?
I feel like Hank is the perfect example of an average dad.
Okay.
Because he knows what he was taught as a kid, which wasn't the best. He didn't have a good father figure in his life.
Okay.
But what he gives to Bobby is the necessities to live a successful life and nothing more. No emotional whatsoever.
Yeah.
No affection whatsoever. None of the extra stuff. He gives the bare minimum, but he does that minimum very good.
Okay, yeah, I think I agree with that. He's kind of like he's kind of got that boomer energy where like he can fix anything in the house. Your car's broken down, he'll help you out. But maybe he's like, if you were asking for like dating advice or maybe you're depressed, Hank Hill's not the guy you'd go to. Yeah. But you know, he's not gonna beat you. He's not gonna forget to pick you up, in my opinion. Like when I think of Hank Hill, it seems like, you know, he's dutiful, but he kind of sucks at the emotional stuff. So what do we think?
I think he's the perfect average.
Perfect average?
I think he does 100% of what he does and nothing else.
Okay.
So I think
he sells propane.
Perfectly 50%.
Yeah. Okay.
I think he's the perfect average dad.
Okay, all right, let's put him in the average. All right, next up, Grug Crude, okay, from the Crudes movie.
Here, right here. All your needs will be met.
I'm hungry!
In a minute!
You know, he's like a caveman, voiced by Nicolas Cage. He protects his family, okay, comes up with ideas. At the beginning of the movie, I would put him at, like, bad dad. He's kind of an asshole. But throughout the movie, he kind of grows into himself. And, you know, he's able to really be that dad. But, you know, if we have to include that beginning chunk, you know, I really think that I would say he's like an average dad. He's kind of like Hank Hill, where he's like a protector, but just like Hank Hill, I don't think he kind of struggles with the emotional side of things. Yeah. So I'm thinking for Grug from the Crudes movie, I'm thinking average as well.
So I'm not the craziest familiar with the Crudes movie. However, you do have to keep in mind that he is a caveman, so he has zero resources.
That's true.
He's coming up with all this on the spot. Like, this is like natural, biological, protective behavior.
Okay.
So in a way, he started it all for these dads.
You know what? I think that's a good point, because, you know, a lot of these, we're gonna get into some bad dads that do have access to the internet and resources that could kind of hone them in a little bit. Bros fighting dinosaurs and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, it's not like they got downtime like Hank Hill. It's constant survival. He knows that he's got to be strong to fight dinosaurs.
Yeah, I think.
I think you convinced me. So I'm thinking good dad.
Yeah, I think good spot.
Okay.
He at least has way more excuses than most.
Absolutely, yeah, he's a caveman. You know, you don't really have a lot of time for like emotions.
It's
you know,
but
you know, yeah. With that in mind, you know, he does pretty good for what we just described. So let's put him in good dad. Okay, so that sounds good. Bandit
Healer.
Okay, what do we feel about Bandit Healer?
So my kids, they love Bluey.
Okay.
And I love Bluey because it does actually give a lot of lessons for the parents. They do have the parents learn a lot. So Bandit is known as being one of the S-tier perfect examples of a dad.
Okay.
My only issue I have with Bandit Healer is he's unrealistic. It gives kids a kind of a false idea of what a dad can do. For example, there's episodes where he'll be like, "Oh, sorry girls, I gotta go to work," and they'll be like, "But can't you play with us?" And he's like, "Okay, I guess I will." And he'll just, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So like they'll just be like, "Okay, Bandit doesn't go to work," and so it's kind of that false reality for kids.
So does that take away points?
I think him as a dad, he is definitely Father of the Year level.
Dads, why don't you just quit your job and play with your kids?
He's definitely Father of the Year level, but it's not something that you can realistically achieve, and that's why.
Okay, so, all right. Well, it kind of sounds like, because with Grug, you know, he can't like you say, he can't realistically be the best emotional dad. He's got to focus on survival. Sounds like Bandit's not as, you know.
So Bandit's basically put in a universe where he runs into normal, typical, everyday father-like situations that a human dad would, but the way he can handle them is unrealistic.
Okay.
Where he can just not go to work and just play with the girls all day, or like situations where he can just like you know that nothing's actually going to happen to the girls seriously, whereas in real life your kids are always in harm.
Okay, so with that said, what are you thinking?
I think him as his character is definitely Father of the Year.
Okay.
But I think it's just something that it's almost an unfair Father of the Year because they made him in such an unrealistic scenario.
So you think he doesn't really have any adversity as a father?
I think he deserves Father of the Year.
Okay.
But he is an unrealistic expectation for everyday fathers.
So what are we thinking?
I think put him in Father of the Year.
Father of the Year? Okay.
Yeah.
Father of the Year if you didn't have to go to work. Next up, Rick Sanchez.
I'm Pickle Rick!
What are we thinking?
Rick's a hard one because, yes, he is an awful dad to Beth, but he's also the smartest person in the universe. So
Is it? You know what? You know what's? I believe he's intelligent, but he doesn't have the wisdom to be a father. Two different things.
Yeah.
Intelligence, wisdom. I feel like Rick lacks the wisdom to be a good father.
Yeah, so he also lives in a world where he can just replace Beth and not really care.
Yeah.
Because we have that situation with Space Beth and all that.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't want to put him in deadbeat because he definitely does show emotion throughout.
I mean, yeah, but he's always getting drunk and doing mess up things.
But also, if you're that smart and you know so much about the universe and other universes,
but not his emotions.
Wouldn't you go a little crazy and kind of be a little depressed? I mean, think about how many times he's seen his family members die or he's seen himself die. It's like
okay.
I don't want to give an excuse to being an alcoholic.
Okay. All right. So what are we thinking? What are we thinking?
He's got to be a deadbeat.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think so because
the little bit that pops through where it shows that he cares just
too
gets
far apart, you know.
Yeah.
So Rick Sanchez, kind of an asshole. Tim Lockwood from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Can you look me in the eye and tell me you've got this under control and it's not going to end up in a disaster?
Yes?
I've got this under control. It's not going to end a disaster. Oh.
His son's an inventor. The mom really supported him. Tim Lockwood doesn't outright, go against that, but he grew up a fisherman. Okay, he likes to go for the sardines. Okay, he's a sardine man, and he struggles making emotional connections with his son. But by the end of the movie, he's able to make that connection because anytime he's trying to have a good talk with his son, he has to make like a fishing reference, like when it rains, you put your fishing coat on or something like that. So, but by the end, he's able to break through that and kind of speak more his son's language. And you can kind of see that with his eyebrows, like the character development. You know, by the end, he's able to lift that emotional shield that is his eyebrows and make that connection with his son. And I think for that, you know, he's able to make that connection with his son. You know, dig through what he learned and be open-minded to what his son is all about. So I'm gonna say Tim Lockwood's goated. He's Father of the Year, I think.
I would say being able to put your pride aside is one of the biggest things of being a dad.
And it's not even pride. It's like he wanted his son to be into his hobby, and there was a kind of a struggle. But like the start of the movie, even at the start of the movie, he was supporting his son, even though it was different.
Yeah.
But when it wasn't working out, that's when he was like, "Hey, you should work at the tackle shop with me." But that's about the only conflict there. When it doesn't work out, it's fine. So I'm thinking Father of the Year.
Yeah, it sounds like he, at the beginning of the movie he's in the good tier, and then by the end he's Father of the Year because he already starts out good.
Yeah, there's very little conflict between him and his son. So I'm gonna say Father of the Year. Dad from Fairly Odd Parents.
Mr. Turner.
Mr. Turner. Dinkelberg.
What? Cloudy with a chance of rain? This can only be the work of
Morning, Turner.
Dinkelberg.
I love this guy. He's obsessed. He hates his neighbor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do they ever
his neighbor Dinkelberg.
Do they ever say why? He just
Because he's a Dinkle.
he just hates him.
That's all you need to know.
I feel like there has to be an episode where they like have a flashback where he does something stupid.
There might be.
Like,
I only watched like the early seasons because I grew up with it. But from what I could tell, is he a great father? No, I feel like he kind of ignores Timmy to the point where Timmy has to rely on fairies to make grant wishes and stuff.
And he like never can rely on him for anything. Like
he's kind of a dumbass, but he really hates the Dinkelbergs, and I think that's funny. But as a dad, I don't think he's a deadbeat. Like he's not really.
He's not actively bad.
He's not actively good either.
He puts zero effort and he's just on autopilot coasting.
Yeah, he's kind of
coasting.
And coasting is not a good dad.
Yeah, I would say he's the perfect dad.
I think he's a bad dad. I like him. I like him when he always says Dinkelberg.
Yeah, he's like got that comic relief. He's the comic relief character, so for him being the father of the main character, being the comic relief, it automatically makes him like less of a serious dad.
Yes. So, Mr. Turner, bad dad. Okay. We kind of all know where this one's going, or at least I do. Peter Griffin.
Mom, have you seen my trapper keeper?
Might be one of the worst dads on this list.
Deadbeat. Let's roll.
Yeah, he's a deadbeat. Treats his family like shit. I mean, it's a comedy show, so it's whatever. But
he's the definition of comic relief.
Yes.
As a dad figure, you can't be.
It's not that deep. There's 20 plus seasons. He hasn't gone anywhere as a character, and he's just a terrible father. So Peter Griffin.
Even whenever things work out, it's just out of pure luck.
Because they need to wrap up the 30-minute run.
Or somebody else is helping him. So.
Absolutely. Terrible father.
Yeah.
All right, Jefferson Davis from Into the Spider-Verse.
Yep.
I love you, Miles.
Yeah, I know, Dad. See you Friday.
You gotta say I love you back.
So what do we think about Miles Morales' dad?
I like how Miles is a younger Spider-Man because obviously because he's just in the same where Peter Parker is as far as ending high school, going into college. So I like that kind of age range for Spider-Man because that's a big part of growth.
Yeah.
And Jefferson Davis, him being a police officer, I think he might be the sheriff.
Actually, I don't know.
He's very important in the police force. For sure. So
big policeman.
So he has that kind of mentality when he teaches Miles.
Okay.
So he's a little
like a stern kind of.
Stern, very by the book, very hard on him.
Okay.
And honestly, So I feel like if he doesn't know that Miles is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So it comes off as a little rough because whenever he's talking to Miles. He's not talking to Spider-Man.
Right, and he's probably always complaining.
Yeah.
About Spider-Man or what's Miles Morales' like hero name?
Spider-Man. He's just Spider-Man.
Oh, just Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just a different version.
So yeah, he's always complaining about the Spider-Man to his face, and he doesn't know that that's his son.
There's obviously like storytelling between Spider-Man and stuff like that, but whenever he's talking to Miles, he knows he's talking to Miles, but he doesn't realize he's also talking to Spider-Man.
Yeah, so that's kind of unintended damage.
And that strictness actually, I feel like, is required for Miles to be Spider-Man and be successful, because like when you're a superhero, you need to like you gotta have your Alfred. Yeah, you have lives on the line.
Right. Because with great power
comes great
responsibility. Whoa! Did that just happen? They fly now. Okay. All right. So what are we thinking?
I think he is a good dad. I think
a good dad. Okay.
Yeah, I think
I like that.
And he's growing too as a character, so we'll see in this next movie.
Yeah. Hey, if he does some bad stuff in the next movie, let us know in the comments. All right.
Yeah. He's definitely growing.
Okay, good dad, I like that. Marlin from the Nemo Pixar movie.
Yeah, I had a tough time when my oldest went out of the drop-off.
They just gotta grow up some. The drop-off? They're going to the drop-off? What are you insane? Why don't we just fry them up now and serve them with chips?
Hey, Marty, calm down.
Don't tell me to be calm, pony boy.
Pony boy?
What are we thinking?
This is a tough one, because being a fish is hard.
Well, yeah. See, or go ahead.
Because, like, obviously in the first movie, whenever he initially loses
all of his children,
he's protecting
thousands
them
of
from
children
the Barracuda, and he's just a clownfish. I mean, clownfish, like the fact that he even saved Nemo is a miracle.
It is a miracle, and Nemo's got a disability. He accommodates. How many dads out there would not accommodate for a disability? I know a lot. And Marlin does not care. He's a little overprotective.
Yeah.
That is a flaw, but it's to protect his child with a disability. It comes from a good place.
Yeah, it's like the perfect example of like being overprotective.
Yeah.
But then also showing that if you are slightly underprotective for that one moment, that's all it takes. Yeah.
Barracuda lunch.
Or Nemo getting caught on the because he touches the butt, remember?
Yeah, touches the butt and
Marlin's freaking out the whole time. So like it's one of those things where it's like he's overprotective, but even when you're overprotective, things can still happen.
Okay.
Like life is scary, but what's important is he didn't give up. He literally swam across the ocean, met all these other characters, ran away from sharks, did all this stuff to find his son.
Yeah, so he constantly risks his life to make sure he got his son back. Went across a journey. He went out of his comfort zone, something that many men would not do, to go save his son. And so
a lot of dads would give up
or like, oh, I'm not doing that, I might die. He didn't give a shit. Yeah. Okay. It was Nemo number 1, Marlin number 2.
And he even helped Dory too.
There's so many other people I feel like he helped along the way.
Yeah.
For sure. So all right. So for Marlin from Nemo, what are we thinking?
I think he's got to be Father of the Year.
I think so too.
Because I can't think of one thing he did wrong, honestly. Like it was just a
little overprotective
really
at the beginning.
Example of just situations that could happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's a perfect example.
Let's just before we move on. Like, what would have happened if Nemo touched the butt and swam back? No problem. I'm kind of like in an alternate dimension. What would have happened there?
I think Marlin, at that point, he would have got even more protective, and then I think he would have been at that unhealthy level of too protective, because Nemo was also young. Like he was
young. He's still kind of learning. He hasn't seen the danger because his father moved into that comfort zone in the city or whatever.
Because he was just starting school too.
Right.
Nemo was just starting school, so we're assuming he's young. So I feel like give it like a little bit. Nemo becomes like middle-aged teenager kind of thing,
And then
let him do his thing. So I feel like it's fair for him to be a little protective.
Yeah, but that's just an alternate theory. I was just kind of curious.
Yeah.
So I think Father of the Year's good.
Yeah, I think his character development's really good and a good example of just do what you do for your kids no matter what.
Absolutely, absolutely. Homer Simpson. I've seen the movie. I've seen a couple of seasons. I'm not watching the entire show, so but I don't know. It seems where Peter Griffin and perhaps Rick like consciously go out of their way to do bad things. I feel like Homer does bad things, but he's like stupid.
Yeah, Homer is just another example of these like adult cartoon dads where they're the comic relief.
Yeah.
They're there to be funny. They're there to do stupid things.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I was gonna try to hype him up to be bad dad, like away from deadbeat. But then I just got the image in my mind of him strangling his son.
Yeah.
Choke on your lies!
So he's actually a deadbeat.
Yeah. Even in the movie,
I don't know why I forgot like the most iconic thing he does with his son.
Yeah.
So he might be worse. Yeah, than, like he's down there. I was gonna like hype him up a little because he was dumb, but he's actually pretty shitty.
Yeah, because like I remember the movie, like Flanders like asks him why he did something, and he's like, "Why aren't you strangling him?"
Yeah, I remember that. Terrible father. All right, Joseph Henry Anderson, the dad from Toy Story 5. I feel like you might not see him in 4, but in Toy Story 5 he shows up and his daughter's depressed. So slight spoilers. Daughter's depressed, and so his solution is to give his daughter a tablet essentially and let her doom scroll like how he doom scrolls, and that doesn't get addressed in the movie at all. There's no like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have let my daughter just doom scroll as a babysitter. So this dude's a terrible parent, barely involved in his depressed daughter's life, doesn't get addressed in the movie. I've made a whole video on it. I'll put the link up right here. Please go watch that. I hate this man. Terrible deadbeat dad. And this isn't like drunk cartoon bad dad. There's plenty of Joseph Henry Andersons out there right now. Yeah. So that's like a realistic deadbeat. Because go watch the movie. He's just like on his computer the whole time, totally ignoring his child's life. Not very involved. So I'm gonna say deadbeat. You haven't seen Toy Story 5?
I haven't seen it yet, but based off what you said, it sounds like they did that on purpose. If I had to guess, it seems like they wanted to give an example of a dad who basically uses the equipment, the tools, the tablets.
Right. Well, see that's what I say in my video. I'm like, okay, just from the trailer, that's going to be the start of the problem, but at the end, the dad's gonna like, oh, you know what, that was my mistake. I'm gonna be more involved. That doesn't get addressed at all, folks.
Yeah.
So
the whole Toy Story franchise is basically about kids finding emotional support with toys rather than their parents.
Yeah, if the toys and the lily pad didn't team up to take care of his daughter would have been screwed. So let this be a note for you parents out there. Your tablet and your child's tablet and their toys are not there to fix your child's problems. That's your job!
When your kids have a problem, they need to come to you.
Yes. Yeah. A plastic thing from China or a screen is not fixing your child. So, Joseph Henry Anderson, fuck you.
A purposely made deadbeat dad.
Yes. I literally thought from the trailer, like, there was going to be some, like, conclusion, but whatever. Let's move on. I don't want to talk about Henry Anderson ever again. This dude's name... badass. Stoic the Vass.
Dad, I'm so sorry. I was going to tell you. I just didn't know how to, You're not upset?
What? I was hoping for this.
Okay, I'm naming my son that.
Stoic?
Yeah, Stoic the Vass. That's how, because he's so big.
Yeah.
Big Viking dude from How to Train Your Dragons. Great movie. All he wants to do is kill dragons. That's badass. His son kind of a pussy, wants to raise a dragon. But by the end of the movie, Stoic the Vast is like, oh, we can use dragons to go fight other dragons. That's badass. Did you see this movie?
I think I've seen the first one. When
That's
it
all you
came
need to see.
out.
The second one's actually pretty good too.
I don't really remember the specifics of him, but it sounds like he is, again, it's like a lifestyle thing where he's killing dragons.
Yeah.
His son has his own kind of thing where he's like, I'm gonna train dragons, and then he's like,
okay. So unlike Tim Lockwood, who's like kind of supportive and open-minded to his son's stuff, I will say Stoic the Vast, he's kind of hard-headed, but
his ways.
Yeah, but he's stuck in his ways because his father and his father before him and on and on and on have been fighting dragons to protect their way of life. So I mean, it's not an evil thing, it's just how he was raised. But he's not very open-minded to training dragons to fight other dragons. So he's not fully supportive like Tim Lockwood or Marlin.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say, he by the end of the movie, he's proud of him. And not only is he a dad, he's got to take care of an entire, village of people from dragons. Okay, not a lot of dads have to do that, so that's a lot of stress.
A lot of responsibility.
Right. So I'm thinking, because you were saying with Grug from the Croods, it's kind of that survival. Like, it would be nice if we had time to be emotional, but there's a damn dragon. I gotta go kill it. I'm sorry.
Like, I don't have time to think about whether I'm being a good dad or not.
Right. And Vikings don't have a lot of therapists. And the fact that he talks to his son as much as he does, I think that's impressive. Personally, I'm going to say good dad.
Yeah, it sounds like good. It sounds like same level as Grug, basically, except with even a little bit more responsibility.
Absolutely, because Grug just has to deal with his family. I will say they're kind of more screwed because they're fighting dinosaurs with like 5 people, where Stoic the Vast has like a whole village worth of Vikings with them.
Definitely
but
a lot of responsibility, but still putting some time to take care of his kids.
Yes. Django the rat from Ratatouille, essentially Ratatouille's dad, okay? All he wants is his son to eat garbage with him and his family.
Take a good long look, Remy. Now, this is what happens when a rat gets a little too comfortable around humans.
Humans are dangerous. Don't go in the kitchen. It's kind of like that survival thing. Number one, they're rats.
Yeah.
So our first animal on the list. Oh no, we got Marlin. So all he wants to do is eat trash with his family. Stay away from the humans. They're dangerous, which is true because whatever the main character rat is, whatever his name is, Remy constantly runs into danger with the humans. So his dad is correct. But you know what? His dad doesn't really show support in his son's dreams.
Mm-hmm.
He comes around towards the end, but like if we're gonna judge him on a whole, he doesn't do anything against his son. So I don't think he's a bad dad, but he doesn't really do anything to help his son. Like throughout the whole movie, you might even forget this character because he doesn't help.
Yeah.
So he's very inoffensive. He just wants to eat trash with his family. And Remy doesn't want to do that. That's the only conflict they have. So I'm thinking average.
Yeah, I think he's perfectly average. I think it's like you can't expect much from a rat because like think about how like he even showed him in the one with the traps and stuff where there's just a bunch of rats. And he's like, are you gonna end up like this? Like, what are you doing? It's more like but he's less like supportive, like where he's like, oh, maybe you shouldn't do it, and he's basically like, why would you even think about doing that?
Absolutely. Like if he would have been more supportive at the start, Remy could have maybe cooked the trash or something. I don't know. Something that's safer than a human kitchen.
Yeah, Remy definitely was going past his comfort zone, and for a rat, you can't blame him. I mean,
and Django the rat, he never left his comfort zone. His comfort zone was eating garbage. Tim Lockwood, his comfort zone was the tackle shop.
Yep.
But he left his comfort zone to send that email.
Swallow your pride.
Yes.
And grow as a dad.
And grow.
because-
You know, it's
it's-
not just about what you grew up with. You know, you have to be open-minded.
Yeah, and it's not just your kids need to grow, but you need to grow.
You need
with
to grow,
them as well.
grow with them. Absolutely.
They'll teach you just as many lessons. So yeah, he seems like he's stuck in his ways.
Yeah.
And not really afraid to grow, but also
Average?
Yeah, I think average.
Okay. All right. Django the rat, the dad rat from Ratatouille, average. Right next to Hank Hill. Dan Smith.
I can't believe this house is teeming with guns. Guns kill.
Oh, guns kill. Is that right? Well, let's see about that. Okay, gun, kill. Go ahead, kill someone. Don't be shy. See? Guns don't kill people. People kill people. Guns defend people against people with smaller guns.
You're such a fascist.
Peace pusher.
Murderer.
Hermaphrodite.
Stan.
I'm swinging wild, Francine.
I like Stan Smith. I think he wants Steve to be a man and his daughter to not be degenerate.
Mm-hmm.
Francine gets to stay at home because he works at the CIA. He likes guns. He wants his son to kind of be like him. He is stuck in his way because he's not open-minded to Steve's nerdy stuff or whatever the daughter's name is. Haley. But I think he's better. He's not a dumbass. Like I mean, he kind of is. A dumb, he's smarter. He's smarter than Mr. Mr. Turner.
Yeah, Mr. Turner.
Okay, and he's not a drunk piece of shit like Peter or Rick, and he doesn't like his kids might doom scroll, but he doesn't approve of that, right?
Yeah.
Like he's kind of protective, but I wouldn't go to Stan Smith if I was depressed. He'd be like, well, get over it.
Yeah, he's the perfect example of average.
Yeah.
Because, and they even have an episode with that where I don't remember if Steve has like a twin or something.
Oh, they like clone him and he like becomes evil.
Francine takes one of them
Mhm.
and Stan takes one of them and they both end up psychopaths.
Yes, yeah.
So Stan is perfectly average.
Yeah, you kind of need Stan because, like, ideally you have a Francine and a Stan, and they kind of balance each other out because you don't want to just have Stan. So I would say Stan just on his own. I would say he's an average dad.
Yeah.
You know,
he needs the Francine to balance that
He-
because
he-
she's
he-
overprotective and over emotional.
yes, yeah.
Whereas he's
Stern.
100% stern.
Yes.
She's 100%.
But he's also kind of closed-minded, kind of like Hank Hill or the rat dad from Ratatouille. So
and he is the perfect example of like the trad dad. where
Yes,
he
they-
basically says, "This is what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm going to work. You know, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm going to do stupid stuff. You're going to deal with it."
Okay.
So I think it's like that perfect dad.
And also, he kind of has, when you think of dad bod, you know, fat fucks like Peter Griffin. Like, I have a dad bod. No, the dad bod that the girls like is what Stan Smith looks.
Stan is
He's like a big, you know, you can tell he's got muscle, but he's got a belly.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the dad bod.
You can put
that
down some
girls-
barbecue. But
absolutely.
He can also beat you in arm wrestling.
So he enjoys his meals.
Yeah.
Okay. So Stan Smith, I would say average.
Perfectly average. Yeah.
So Stu Pickles, what are we thinking?
Stu Pickles. So as far
Stu, what are you doing?
Making chocolate pudding.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Why on earth are you making chocolate pudding?
Because I've lost control of my life.
As far as the Rugrats go, it's kind of hard because like the kids are always getting into something and they're like toddlers and they're always getting into trouble. But then they always have those cutaways where it's like to the kids, it's like a big deal and there's all this stuff going on, and then they'll cut away from like the real life perspective and they're just like playing with toys.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard to actually determine what's.
Well, doesn't he not work? He like invents
He's an
stuff.
inventor, yeah. So he's one of those people where he has this dream and he's following his dream, but to the point where now he has Tommy and Dill.
Yeah.
Dill's I believe the infant. Tommy's younger brother. So he has these kids and he's still pushing that dream.
Yeah.
To the point where now it's affecting them negatively. So it's one of those things where you always want to push, continue to fight for your dream,
But not at the expense of your kids.
Yeah, once there's kids involved, at some point
it needs to be a side thing, not a main thing.
Yeah.
And from what I can tell, is it? I mean, his wife works, but it seems to me that her income alone is not taking care of the family.
Yeah, no,
So at some point, it seems like he's kind of prideful. He wants to follow his dream no matter the cost, and he needs to. Hey, maybe I can't do my dream now, but maybe if I do like a normal job, make sure my family's at a good spot, I can do my dream later. Kind of seems like he didn't really think that far through, but I don't think he's like going out of his way to harm his kids. There is some pride there, but I don't think it's deadbeat.
Yeah, it's definitely not deadbeat. I think it's a good example of bad because even if you take some of the situations at like a real life like there's a whole movie about them like going to Japan, right?
Yeah.
And like the kids literally just get lost in Japan or something.
Yeah, I mean that's not a good dad if you lose your kids. So
so even if you dumb that down to like where the kids' perspective, like they probably were just like 10 feet away from them. But it's still like there's enough of those situations where like he's probably a bad dad.
Okay, yeah, let's throw him in bad dad. Okay, Goofy. What are we thinking?
Goofy, I think.
Goofy from the movie.
Wind sweat.
Yep. Hi, everybody!
Yeah, from the movie. I mean, so what? Max is going to college. Goofy's sad. He's like, but I love hanging out with you. This is the first time I'm not going to be actually like around you. And Max goes to college, and Max kind of doesn't really like his dad. He loves his dad, but he doesn't really like him. His dad's kind of
his dad's too goofy.
Yeah, he's always getting
kind of an autistic dad.
Yeah, but at the same time, Goofy's sitting at home, and he's like, well, dang, like I got to make some money. Why don't
Does he not work? I don't remember. Does he not work?
I think he has a job. He either doesn't have a job or he has a job and he's not making enough money. But he basically decides he's going to go to college because that solves both of his problems, where he can get a degree to get more money.
Okay.
And also he goes to the college where Max is at.
Okay.
So to him, it's like a perfect like I mean.
Okay, so his son encourages him to go to college.
No, his son Max is
going to college.
Yeah, he doesn't want his dad there. But his dad's a goofball.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying is Goofy
is embarrassing him while he's at college the whole time.
So Goofy. Yeah, what I'm asking is, does Goofy have a job?
I don't know if he has a job or if he has a shitty job.
Okay.
But he basically decides, I'll go to college. That way I can get a better
So Goofy does go to college.
He decides to go to college.
Because his son's going.
So he can get a better job or get a job and to be around
So would you say Goofy's son is inspired Goofy to go to college?
Yes.
Okay, so I think that's the first dad on this list where the son actually made a positive effect to the father.
Yeah, because it's a perfect example of you growing with your kids.
Yeah, exactly. So,
and he also I'm not sure how old Goofy is, but he's definitely a grown adult. I mean, if Max is going to college, he's a grown adult.
I mean, he's a grown adult,
and he's willing to go to college just to be around his son.
And so there's no pride there. He's not like, oh, I'm too old to go to college. He's like, oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
if my son's going to college, I want to go to college.
Yeah, I think, and then obviously by the end of the movie, Max is like, I love my dad. He's super cool. Yeah, he's goofy, but like I very much underappreciated him.
Okay.
And he's obviously at the end, he's very happy that he was there and everything. So
okay.
Yeah, I think Goofy's Father of the Year.
Father of the Year?
Yeah,
okay, I think simply because he's open-minded, like he's literally inspired by his son to pursue a second education, and I feel like that's kind of unique to Goofy on this list.
Yeah, he's one of the few characters that isn't the most intelligent, but he's aware of it.
Okay.
He's willing to let his son.
He knows his limitations, and he's willing to try to grow past them.
Even if it's his son telling him, teaching him. So
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's definitely Father of the Year.
Yeah. Let's do Bob Belcher next.
Hopefully we can still make it home for the dinner rush.
Seems like blood shouldn't be able to get through all this.
Stop messing with it, Bobby.
This isn't... I know he didn't do it right.
Leave it alone.
I'm just gonna take a quick peek.
Bobby, I said...
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh God, look at it!
Oh, I swallowed your blood! Oh, I swallowed your blood!
Oh, I'm gonna faint.
I'm gonna throw up!
I'm gonna
throw up! Oh, we need to go back to the hospital.
Okay.
What are we thinking?
I think he's kind of in that Hank Hill area where he's just.
I like this stash.
Yeah. Killer dad stash.
Small business owner.
Yeah,
that's not easy.
Shows inspiration. He's got a lot of stress. Obviously, the kids are getting into all the stuff they get into, so like obviously there's stress there. But he just kind of lets him do his thing and then deals with the aftermath.
Yeah,
more or less.
It seemed. Yeah, he's definitely. I want to say he's a bad dad. He does have a lot on his plate, but it seems like. I've seen a couple of seasons. I haven't seen the whole thing, but he's definitely not strangling his kids like Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, or getting drunk all the time. So he's kind of like wholesome. Yeah, I would say that Stan Smith, like Hank Hill, rap from Ratatouille vibe.
Perfectly average.
Yeah, I'd say he's average.
He's there when they need him, but he doesn't go out of his way to tell them to stop doing stupid stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Like he'll tell
and also, it kind of seems like, some of his kids seem like they have autism, and it seems like it does seem like he's kind of accommodating for them.
Yeah, he's kind of just coasting. Really. He's got a lot on his plate with the burger place. And, and all that already. So
and the fact that he puts up with that wife, God help him. Okay, that's got to be the most annoying voice in all animation. But all right, that's good. Yeah. Hugh Neutron, the dad from Jimmy Neutron.
Don't tell the others, but you're my favorite.
Hugh!
Oh, hi, honey.
Are you going to spend the entire day with your duck collection?
Just a minute, Dough Dumpling. I'm finishing up the flock's monthly fluff and buff.
He's autistic. He likes ducks.
Yeah.
Okay. I've seen a lot of Jimmy Neutron. I've seen the movie. Anytime Jimmy's making an invention, doesn't question it. He doesn't understand it. He's always supportive. I think he's dumb, but he's always supportive of what his son does. It does seem like he doesn't really support the family financially. Seems like the wife does it, but someone's got to stay at home, and if he gets to play with his ducks, he lets Jimmy Neutron build his inventions. Can you think of anything negative from this man? Like, I'm not saying he's like. I think honestly, I don't want to put him in Father of the Year, but I feel like he never questions Jimmy Neutron's inventions ever.
Okay, so I initially was thinking bad dad.
Okay.
Because where he lacks intelligence, Jimmy makes up for smart.
Absolutely.
And so Jimmy can handle his own situations.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's getting put in danger, like crazy levels of scientific.
Okay, so you think his crime isn't that he's actively trying to put down his son. It's more neglect.
Absolutely.
No protection.
He does nothing for Jimmy.
Okay.
I don't think he's not emotionally there. Like, there might be a couple scenes where he says something stupid and Jimmy's like, oh, I can kind of make something out of that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean, he's literally only just comic relief. He doesn't. He does nothing for Jimmy, and Jimmy's just constantly there's a whole movie where he goes and fights egg aliens in space.
Well, yeah, but Hugh Neutron got kidnapped. That wasn't on him.
Yeah, but he still let Jimmy.
I feel like there was one where the whole town got frozen over, and Hugh Neutron and some of the neighbor dads all got spears and had to go hunt seals and stuff.
But was it his idea?
I don't remember.
Because if it was his
I just
idea,
feel like I've never.
Okay.
He takes his son camping. He supports the. Oh, that's neat, Jimbo. He's always showing support. Now,
I guess there is emotional support there.
But is he going out of his way to protect him? Maybe not, but he's kind of
he's I
feel like he's better than Stu Pickles and Mr. Turner. I feel like
he is Mr. Turner.
All right, fine. You're the guest.
I feel like he's equal to Mr. Turner.
All right, fine. I like Hugh Neutron more than Mr. Turner.
You can put him in average if you want.
No, you're the host. Or no, you're the guest. I'm the host. I'm gonna let you make the last call. So I feel like Bad Dad's fine. I would say average simply because, like, he's always supportive of Jimmy, but at the same time, you kind of convinced me down a little bit that Jimmy's always, sneaking out, getting into trouble because Hugh Neutron isn't keeping tabs on his son's life. So,
and let's be honest, Jimmy's raising himself.
Yeah,
like as far as the father figure, like Jimmy has really nothing to look up.
Yeah,
to.
and you know what? Now that I think about it, the wife works, but who's always yelling at Jimmy? Okay, it's not his dad. So if his dad doesn't work and the wife's working and raising the son, Hugh Neutron needs to step it up. Now that I think about it, because that means the mom's taking care of the bills, raising the kids, and he's just playing with the ducks. Bad dad. I don't think he's trying to be a bad dad at any point. I feel like he's more supportive than some of these other dads, but I think that's a good spot. Bad dad.
I think, like 10 years into the future, Carl might be Jimmy's stepdad.
Yeah. And Hugh Neutron ain't defending his turf from Carl, so he definitely needs to step it up.
Hi, Jimmy's mom.
All right, next up. Shao Tucker. Is that how you...
Don't worry, Daddy, it's okay. If those people do tell you no, me and Alexander will growl at them until they say yes.
You tell him, Nina.
Hey, Nina, I've got an idea. Do you want to play with Daddy tomorrow?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this character. I've never seen the show. What do you think?
So that's what's crazy is I haven't seen Full Alchemist Brotherhood either.
Okay.
But just being an anime fan, I know below Deadbeat.
Okay, so what's he doing?
So I know some of the
lore. How crazy are we talking? Like
so basically, okay, spoiler alert if anybody hasn't seen it, because I haven't either. But I like I said, I've heard enough from it just being told information from anime in general. Shao Tucker basically is an alchemist.
Okay.
And his job, he works for what I'm assuming is the government, and he creates chimeras, basically like hybrids of animals.
Okay.
But so there's a rule where you're not supposed to create hybrids of with humans, because you don't want to create human animal chimeras, right? Because that's
he's making
rule.
like cat girls and
so
stuff?
what he does to keep his license is he breaks this rule and combines the dog with his daughter.
So he makes like a dog daughter?
He turns his daughter and his dog into one creature to keep his license with the government. Like literally slaughters his family and turns them into this creature in order to keep his license.
All right, so it sounds like this guy's a deadbeat.
Worse than deadbeat, but yeah, deadbeat for sure. He's known as one of the worst fathers ever created in all of multimedia, honestly. Yeah, definitely bottom of the list.
All right. Okay, last one on this list. Our rule is to only pick one from each series. So when you think of Invincible, you probably think, I'm going to put Omni-Man on there. That was really tough. Okay? Omni-Man, spoiler alert, kills like a bunch of people. Adam Wilkins, that I know of, hasn't killed anybody, but he is an asshole to his daughter, okay?
You gotta get over this stupid man of the house thing. I'm trying to help.
Oh yeah? Like you help Chicago?
Adam, don't. What?
The whole lot was unstable. That's why the city never built there. It's a miracle nobody was killed. This is what happens when you think rules are just for us pathetic normal people. Your powers don't make you a hero. They make you dangerous.
I have to go.
Don't come back until you figure that out.
His daughter's got superpowers. He doesn't like anything to do with superpowers. He wants a normal daughter. When Omni-Man fights Invincible, this man's job, his work, that paid for his family's home gets destroyed. So now he has to work at a burger joint, okay? Now, his daughter, her name's Adam Eve. Her power, she can make anything. So she says, you don't have to work. Let me make gold bars for you. This man is so base. He's like, keep your gold bars. I'm going to work. He goes to work at the burger joint. Money cannot corrupt this man, okay? He all he wants to do is watch TV, take care of his family, protect his daughter. He just wants his daughter safe. You know, probably a little weaker on the emotional front. Okay, he's an asshole. Okay, he's not open-minded to the superpower things, but I kind of respect it. You know, money couldn't corrupt him. Is he a good dad? I think he's extremely protective. You know, he sees how much death that superpowers can create, and he doesn't want that for his daughter. And I don't know how the rest of the story goes, but I got a feeling by the end of the show, Adam Wilkins is correct. His daughter should stay away from superpowers. Is he a great dad? Is he a father of the year? No, but in a world where 2,000 people can get deleted just like that, I think he looks mean, but if we lived in that world, I think most good dads would care enough to want to protect their daughters from, dying. I would say that's a good dad.
Yeah, I think he's. So initially, I was
hot take.
Initially, I would have put him in average just for the same reason as he's kind of like that perfect 50% where he's doing everything as far as like the protective side that dads need to be, but zero emotional.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
it's that we got that survival category.
Yeah,
I
think in his world, because like unlike Hank, where Hank's just
nothing
dealing
happens.
with normal everyday
Nobody's getting
stuff.
deleted by the thousands.
Yeah, he has more reason to be afraid of his daughter.
Absolutely.
So I could understand why he'd be a little afraid because Adam was obviously she's a superhero. She's getting into her job is to get into fights with other people with powers.
It's a dangerous job.
So I could see him being very afraid of that. I hope that the more that I watch, his character builds a little bit, and he's starting to understand a little bit because Adam Eve he let her move back in.
Yeah.
Where I'm at. So I think it's season 3 where she moves back in, and he's like, yeah, sure, but it's more of the mom.
Yeah, so, I think the mom. I feel like if it was just him, it would kind of suck. But the mom is just so soft. She's you need a stern father and a soft mother.
Yeah.
That's what she has there. Her real family is gone. So spoiler, she's adopted by these two.
Yeah, and I think that the mom does a really good job at kind of settling the dad a little bit. Because he's definitely hard in his ways. Like he is, like even whenever the mom's comforting him, he's kind of like, oh yeah, like okay, I'm hearing you, but I'm still like saying no.
Yeah.
And then he's slowly kind of understanding the situation.
So good dad.
Yeah, I think it's more understanding for his position than like
absolutely. Hank. I think he's overhated. I think y'all need to check in with yourselves. It's a universe where the whole planet could blow up. There's demons and stuff. God forbid a dad not want his daughter to die.
Especially after seeing what Omni-Man did.
Dude, yeah, after Omni-Man destroyed his work. Okay, and you know what? If he was greedy, he would have his daughter make much gold, but he's not. He just wants to watch TV. He wants his daughter to watch TV with him.
And I think there might be some character growth with Adam Eve there too, because whenever her and Mark are trying to get an apartment, she's like, "How are we gonna make money?" And in my head, I'm like, "Just create it."
Well,
but then she's like, "Let's get a job."
Yeah, well, I think she's learning from her dad that it's okay to just have a job. Imagine you could just make much gold. What would you do with your life? Live on dude. You can only go to the beach and go to yachts. I'm not a billionaire, but I feel like I would get old. I need adversity.
And I feel like there's some character growth with Adam Eve too there, because she basically tells Mark she literally starts Invincible Inc. to protect
small business owners.
Yeah,
so I think it's a positive influence. I like this list. If you guys disagree with any of these, or if you think of other animated dads you would have liked to seen, let us know. Father's Day was a couple weeks ago. He's a dad. The video had to happen. It's a fun video. I do all types of tier lists like this. Blind Eye Builds, does. What do you do? Tell him what you do.
So I am going to be uploading pretty soon. I'm just basically making videos of all my random creations that I do. I do a lot of 3D printing stuff.
Okay.
Currently, I have 2 videos uploaded where I put my favorite RuneScape streamer into Smash, so go check that out.
Okay. All right. I'll put a link for his channel in the description. But yeah, if you guys like tier lists, if you guys like rants about movies and stuff, please hit the subscribe button, hit like, comment anything. And until next time, take it easy.